Happening now, a new year brings new laws to Illinois. Once it turned into 2014, you can no longer talk on your cell phone while driving unless you have a hands-free device. Whether it be Bluetooth or the speaker feature that most cell phones have, police say you shouldn't have to touch more than one button to make or answer a call while driving.
It is permissible to pull off to the side of the road, use the phone, things like that. And there is a provision if they're making a legitimate emergency phone call, if they're contacting a police agency, fire, EMS, something like that for a legitimate emergency, then there is an exception.
If you're caught talking on a cell phone without a hands-free device while driving, it will cost you $75. That price can jump to as much as $150 after that. Those fines also come with a violation on your driving record, which in most cases results in higher insurance premiums. And all kids under the age of 8 are now required by a law to ride in a car seat. Regulations on how to properly anchor in those car seats have been modified. The new regulation requires car seat manufacturers to label their seats, warning parents not to use the lower anchors if the child and the seat have a combined weight of more than 65 pounds. That's because new testing show those lower anchors may fail in the event of an accident.
There was a greater chance for injury and more serious crashes because the tether and the anchors weren't strong enough to hold the seat in place for a kid and the seat.
The law only affects seats made last year and forward, and the manufacturers are not required to inform parents who already bought a car seat in 2013. For more information on how to properly fasten your child into their car seats, go to WICS.com and click on Web Watch. And turning into other news now, on December 31st, 2012, a Springfield woman, her unborn baby, and another man were murdered. The woman was 24-year-old Andrea Pocklington. Now, 1 year later, her family and friends gathered to remember and remind everyone that those responsible for the killings are still out there. ABC News Channel 20's Garrett Berger has more.
They gathered outside of the house where she had lived and where she was found on the last day of 2012. In the ensuing year, there have been no arrests, nor have police publicly named a suspect. So the person or persons responsible are still out there.
They know what they did and how they did at this house. Ain't forgot. And the same face that they did it to is right here. Ain't never been forgotten. Never be forgetting at all. Trust and believe.
Having gone a year without closure, Pocklington's family wants justice. And until they get it, they say they aren't going anywhere.
I've not talked to my niece for a year today. She's not coming home, and these people are out running around. You know, it could have been anybody's family. Unfortunately, it was our family.
Larry Grice was shot twice, while Pocklington was shot once and stabbed multiple times. In a neighborhood where houses are mere feet apart, the family thinks there's more evidence or witnesses to be found.
I'm sure someone knows something. I don't know who, but I know someone knows something.
When we spoke with Interim Police Chief Kenny Winslow about the case back in November, he told us time is a factor in the city's unsolved murders.
Things change, new information comes in, evidence changes, relationships change. People may now speak of something that they hadn't told us before.
In the meantime, the family waits in tortured trepidation.
I mean, it's hard. You go through every day wondering, is today the day? Is today the day? And that day's not come yet.
That was Garrett Berger reporting. Pocklington's family is urging anyone who knows something about her and Grice's murders to come forward. If you have any information, you can contact Crime Stoppers at 788-8427. They don't want your name, just your information. New on Sunrise, the Champaign County coroner and the Decatur police are now investigating the death of an infant. The Champaign County coroner confirms that 2-year-old Dominic Bradley was pronounced dead around 7 last night at Carle Hospital. He was first admitted to Decatur Memorial Hospital unresponsive from his home and was then later transferred to Carle. An autopsy will be performed tomorrow. And the man accused of causing severe injuries to a 9-month-old girl in Meredosia last month is pleading not guilty. Our news partner WLDS Radio in Jacksonville says 27-year-old Darren Morrell faces charges of aggravated battery to a child. Authorities say the abuse was reported on November 17th at the Shady Acres Mobile Home Park. The child reportedly had unexplained injuries to the back of her head and spent nearly a month in the hospital. Charges against Morrell carry a sentence of 6 to 30 years in prison. Investigators are still looking into a deadly car crash that claimed the life of an elderly woman in Sangamon County. Authorities say 71-year-old Beverly Lane of Springfield was driving on Route 29 near Gabbert Road on Sunday just after 5 p.m. For unknown reason, she went off the road into a ditch, hitting a tree. Lane was taken to St. John's Hospital in Springfield, where she later died. New on Sunrise, once a month we pay it forward to someone who does good without asking for anything in return. For January, the title and the $500 prize that goes with it are being awarded to a woman who looks out for her best friends.
I love being around dogs, and I especially love being around dogs that are getting a second chance.
Rose Hutches is sharing her house with 7 dogs. She not only rescues pets, she teaches them to serve others. We'll tell you how and explain why it's made her the latest Pay It Forward winner tonight at 6. And still ahead on Sunrise this morning, we start off the new year with a chance of snow and very cold temperatures. Joe's in next with a complete check of your Storm Team 20 forecast. Plus, the Fighting Illini opened up their Big Ten schedule on Tuesday. Highlights of their instant classic against Indiana coming up later on Sunrise Sports.